Hello and welcome back to the channel, and I just finished Andor. Andor is a prequel series to the movie Rogue One, where in an era filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, Cassian Andor embarks on a path that is destined to turn him into a rebel hero. Now you might be saying, this is kinda odd, I never saw you make a review for the first season of Andor, and that is true. Now the reason behind that is because when the first season was coming out, I just kinda wanted to enjoy it by myself. There's a couple of things that I don't review on the channel. It's not because they're not worth reviewing, it's just that there's some stuff that I just kinda wanna sit at home and enjoy it on my own without having to worry to really try to come up with a fun review for it. The same I did with the other recent Star Wars show, Skeleton Crew, which now I'm starting to regret because this poor show has not been getting the flowers it deserves because it is legitimately a great Star Wars show. It's not Andor, but it doesn't need to be Andor. It being its own kind of unique version of the Goonies or Treasure Island, but in the Star Wars universe, is enough for it to be just an absolute blast of a show. It also helps that it is just legitimately a great show to watch. But of course, Andor is leagues better than Skeleton Crew, and it is leagues better than most of the other Star Wars stuff that we have, if I'm being completely honest. Because Andor is not only an amazing Star Wars show, it is an amazing show, period. I've genuinely have not enjoyed Star Wars this much in such a long time. The last time I was ever this invested in something Star Wars related had to be like the last season of the Clone Wars. And it's so fucked that we are at the end of this amazing journey. That's right, the show is only going to be a 2-season show, which is incredibly disappointing. And it's sad to say that we are going to go back to the usual shit that we are used to with Star Wars at this point, which is like, hey, y'all remember that character? Hey, you remember that character? Hey, look, it's that character from that show that you also kinda enjoy, maybe not. Wow. Yippee. I don't want to get into a big discussion how Star Wars is recently. The short description of it is that Star Wars is a complete mess right now. They don't know what the fuck they're doing half the time. Most of the time, they're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping anything sticks. Thank God that things like Skeleton Crew and Andor are things that stuck very well. And honestly, if they keep going in this direction of doing more stuff like Skeleton Crew and Andor, I think Star Wars would be pretty damn good, honestly. But okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get into a rant about the state of Star Wars right now. I could make a whole video about that. And honestly, after my recent Overwatch video, I kinda don't want to, because I realized that you can't just say your honest opinion about anything with a bunch of dumb motherfuckers coming at you and saying, is this rage bait? Really? You're doing rage bait about this? Brother. Wow, now just saying your honest to God opinion about something that you don't enjoy is apparently rage bait. Wow, incredible. It's just so refreshing to sit down and watch something Star Wars that takes itself seriously, that actually feels like it has stakes to it, that actually feels mature. Now there's a lot of other stuff mature in Star Wars, of course, but not to this degree. I've never heard a single Star Wars character say a cuss word that isn't some stupid alien cuss word that means absolutely nothing. Now of course shit is not the worst curse word, but goddamn, it's something. Dude, there's even mentions of SA in this show. Like, they really went there. It's also kind of funny and sad at the same time that certain Star Wars fans looked at that and they were like, oh no, the Empire would not do that. Darth Vader would not endorse this kind of behavior. Do you know who you're talking about? The Empire? Darth Vader? Anakin, I killed youngling Skywalker? Have these motherfuckers have lost their mind and forgotten who the villains are? The other thing that caught me by surprise about this show was that it made me care about Cassian as a character. Because when I watched Rogue One, I wasn't necessarily attached to any of the characters. So when they announced that Andor was gonna get his own show, I was like, really? Andor is getting his own show? Like, why should I care about this character that I barely gave a shit about him in his own fucking movie? But Tony Gilroy said, no, you're going to give a shit about this character. And god damn it, I would be lying if I said that he wasn't right. My personal opinion, I think Cassian Andor is possibly one of the best characters in all of Star Wars. After watching the show, I'm absolutely convinced that he's right up there with some of the greatest Star Wars characters. He's right up there with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Leia. And the rest of the cast is genuinely fucking amazing, but specifically Stellan Skarsgård as Luthen, oh my god, another top character in the Star Wars universe. Every time this character was on screen, it was such a treat because I knew I was getting some great dialogue out of this dude. I was like, God damn, this dude just keeps spitting bangers after bangers after bangers. God damn, this dude just doesn't stop spitting. And I won't give away any spoilers, but this show does a great job of ending on a point that goes directly into Rogue One. And that is genuinely exciting. I can't wait to go back and watch Andor from the beginning, and then right after that go into Rogue One, and after that go right into A New Hope. Beautiful. Mwah. Chef's kiss, bro. Watching things like Andor is what truly gives me hope for the future of Star Wars. I think more things should try to be like Andor. Do I think everything should be like Andor in terms of tone? No, but they should at least strive to kind of get the same level of quality when it comes to production, writing, characters. That's what people want from Star Wars more than anything. It's like people don't care if you make it a story about kids going into a space pirate adventure or the story about a thief turned rebel. The point is that you have to have a great story and great characters and great dialogue that accompanies all these concepts. And in cases like Skeleton Crew, but specifically Andor, it works masterfully. And if you're still wondering what my rating for this show is, I'm going to give Andor a 10 out of 10. I think Andor is the best Star Wars that we've had in a long time. And again, I'm not trying to discredit Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew is great, but Andor is just on another level, bro.
Welcome to the rebellion.
But what do y'all think of Andor? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or just kind of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about it. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe.